The Big Ten on CBS takes us to Seattle for a monster matchup. Number one Ohio State visiting Washington in a battle of unbeatens. Through 3 games, Damon Williams Jr. and the Huskies are second in FBS in points per game at 55.7. Ohio State first in FBS in points per game allowed, giving up only 5.3 per. The Buckeyes D has allowed a total of 16 points in 3 games. Ohio State coming off a bye week. Buckeyes are a perfect 9-0 following a regular season bye under head coach Ryan Day. And there's this. Ryan Day also an eye-popping 49-1 in his career against unranked opponents with a points per game differential of plus 35. Kickoff for Saturday's game set for 3:30 Eastern on CBS. Pleased to welcome in the head coach of the reigning national champion Ohio State Buckeyes, Ryan Day. Ryan, good to be with you. Let's talk about your opponent. Washington has a dynamic offense. What have you seen out of the Huskies and how your team can be successful?
Yeah, like you said, dynamic offense with great playmakers. It starts with the quarterback. Williams, he does a great job in the run game, equating numbers. Also, is very accurate, can extend plays with his feet. Very dangerous. Coleman runs really physical. They have a very good offensive line. And then Boston is as good at receivers we'll see this season. So, very, very good offense with good scheme, good players, a great challenge for our team.
How much is your defense looking forward to going against a team like this? When they know a team can put up a bunch of points, that's got to get them going.
Yeah, I think anytime you're playing in the Big Ten, you're excited to play against the best players in the country, best offenses in the country, or all 3 phases. And this is a great example of that. These are the types of teams that, we got to beat if we're going to reach our goals this season. So a great opportunity for us to, see where we're at. And, for our team, we need to get our first road win in conference. And what a great challenge going against a team that's won 22 straight at home.
Your defense lost 8 starters to the NFL. You got a new defensive coordinator in Matt Patricia, disguising coverages at an elite level, which I know you love. What's been the impact of Matt Patricia now on your staff?
Well, Matt certainly has a great feel for the game. He has great football IQ and scheme, but it's more about who he is as a person and his ability to have great chemistry with the staff and with the players. Had, instant credibility with his background and resume, but has earned the trust of the people in the building, which to me is the most important thing. But, his background of football, understanding how to build a defense and then game plan opponents is excellent. But I know he knows there's a lot of football to play this season and what this challenge is going to bring here.
I'm sure he loves having Caleb Downs on his side, one of the smartest players in the country. This is both your Big Ten opener, as you mentioned, your first road game of the season, and this game presents another showcase opportunity for Jeremiah Smith. Said he's looking to dominate. Had a tough first game against Texas. Ryan, how is number 4 continuing to develop while trying to help the offense come along as well?
No, I don't think he had a tough game against Texas. I just think he's an unselfish player. We didn't put a lot on the quarterback's plate. I thought he played excellent in that game. Had a couple drops here, but he's a team player all the way. And, there may be a couple plays here and there, but Jeremiah is going to continue to be a huge part of our offense and understands what winning's all about. And I think that's, to me, is what makes him even more special, is the type of person he is, because it's easy just want balls and want touches and, make it about me. But, nobody was more excited about beating Texas than Jeremiah Smith. And he loves to win. He's the ultimate competitor. And, certainly he's going to have a major impact on this game.
I love that you're just able to throw it up to 4 and he can go get it. He certainly wanted to have a better game. He's had phenomenal games in the back-to-back games here, and now a great opportunity for him once again against Washington. You said Ohio State works to be the best practice team in America. How do you keep your team to be consistent and not complacent?
Well, I think that's the thing. You have to work. First, you have to believe that you're going to fall to the level of your training. And if we want to become, or we want to reach the goals that we've set out, we have to become the best practice team in the country. And it doesn't matter who our opponent is. It's about our standard and our process. But we have to have buy-in on that. And that means every day, we've got to bring it. We've got to improve week in and week out. and that the type of play we see in practice is what we see in games. And that's, to me, how you have to get better and better as the season goes on, especially with a young team. And so, we need to take the next step in this one right here.
Every year brings new challenges. Every year you have new players on your roster. You get guys coming back, guys leave. What do you love about this group?
I like the edginess, the competitiveness. I think our guys love to play with each other, and they just, they're a gritty group. We're still young and green in a lot of areas, in experience, but we're gaining more and more maturity every week. But again, I think the next step in terms of maturity is going on the road in a very difficult environment and getting a win. So what an unbelievable opportunity for our team in this moment early in the season to go in and get this challenge. For our guys, you come out with this experience, you're going to have a reference point, and that'll be important because we know these are the types of games we have to win.
I know the task at hand is playing Washington. Full transparency, I'm an Ohio State fan. I grew up in Cleveland. I think about you guys beating Michigan every Saturday, every time I see the Wolverines. I'm curious, is Michigan on your mind every day?
Well, I think we all understand that, the rivalry is something that we live every day. But it's important to make sure, for all of our players, that we stay focused on the present. We know what our goals are, but I think at Ohio State, it's important to make sure our players and coaches stay focused, because it's easy to get distracted with a lot of different things. And all of our focus has to be on beating Washington and getting better every week, so that when we get to whoever opponent we're playing, we're at our best. Because in the end, you don't just show up to a game and play. It's a building of a foundation throughout the season. And if the foundation is strong and we put these days and stack these games, we'll be best prepared for the rivalry game when it's here.
That's the head coach right there of Ohio State. Just wanted to let you know right there. That's how you attack this stuff. Ryan, with the task at hand and staying focused, as you mentioned, what's your game day routine on the road? Is it the same breakfast? And when you get to the field, is there something that you do to prepare your mind to get yourself locked in?
Yeah, we depending on when the game is, we have a routine that we do here. We kind of get the guys up, have our championship water, have our pregame meal, get everybody juiced up, kicking meetings, individual meetings, and then have our highlight tape, get on the bus, get acclimated. We have our pregame routine, and then we roll from there. But I'll usually go out and take a look around. It's my first time, in the stadium here in Washington, and it's something that you've got to take in a little bit ahead of time. But there'll be 100 yards, and it'll be rocking. Won't be able to hear much because it'll be so loud when the Buckeyes come to town. That's always how it is. So, our guys are going to be jacked up because, it's different when you play on the road. We have the best fans in the country and the best stadium in the country and the best environment. And that's one thing. It's great. But when you go on the road, it's a whole different feel. And, again, if we're going to reach our goals, these are the types of environments we're going to have to thrive in.
Let's play some ball. Ryan Day, the head coach of the reigning national champion Ohio State Buckeyes, here on CBS Sports HQ. Ryan, thanks for the time and best of luck on Saturday. Really appreciate you carving out some time for us.
Yes, sir. Thanks. Go Bucks.
Ryan Day here with us on CBS Sports HQ. OHIO. Number 1 Ohio State visiting Washington. You can see the game on CBS and streaming live on Paramount+. I'm pumped for this game. Join Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell. Kickoff set for 3:30 Eastern. We'll have complete post-game coverage right here on CBS Sports HQ.